Welcome back to AdobeLive.com. For our final hour, why are you laughing, Michael?
Nice transition.
It's
You only have 5 minutes, but that's...
a nice transition. Back here live on AdobeLive.com for our final segment of this first day, all dedicated on digital painting and digital art. And for this last segment, we are with Therese Larsson. How are you, Therese?
I'm good.
Welcome to the stream.
Thank you. Really excited.
And just before we begin, just a few housekeeping notes here. Remember to watch this stream on AdobeLive.com because that is really where all the information that you need is to have a better experience. That's where you can chat with us very easily. You can do that on YouTube, of course, as well. But on AdobeLive.com, there's also other things. You will be able to view the replays there. And there's a very important button down below which leads you to the Edvard Munch. Yeah, I'm saying that right now. The Edvard Munch contest that we have going on. So if you click on that button, you will see a whole procedure of how to participate in that contest and also how to download the free brushes that Kyle Webster created for us based on original Edvard Munch brushes. So basically he created those brushes so that they feel and look exactly like the brushes that Edvard Munch used to create the Scream painting. And there will be a lucky winner to that competition. I'm saying lucky because there's so many things that can be won. First of all, 6,000 euros in cash. There's going to be a Creative Cloud subscription, 100 Adobe stock images. There's going to be a free trip and ticket to Adobe Max, which is our biggest creativity conference that will be happening in Las Vegas in October. And last but not least, this is actually my favorite part of the contest, is that the winner will get their picture, the picture that they've designed using Kyle's brushes, based on the Edvard Munch painting. They will get that picture exhibited in the Edvard Munch Museum in Oslo, right next to the Scream painting. So that's pretty awesome, I think. That's a great series of prizes. So, Therese, back to you.
Yes.
Let's give a little introduction of you. You've done just so many great things, and people have been reading your bio that we posted here, and let's just Therese by Therese.
Yes. Well, I like to draw animals, pretty
Okay.
much. And when I was a kid, people used to say, well, you can't only draw animals when you grow up. You won't be able to make a living. And it's like, in your face, because that's what I'm doing right now. So,
Yes.
yeah, I live in Sweden.
Yes.
And I am 30 years old. And I have been a professional now for about 12 years.
Wow, okay. So you started right off the bat.
Yes.
Right
Yes, I
off the
did.
bat,
I've never had a regular job. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you mean regular job from 9 to 5 and
No,
stuff like that?
never.
No.
Always freelance as well.
Yeah,
So.
awesome. And you've done work for Disney, for Google, for
Some
a whole bunch
Adidas
of
and stuff.
like smaller brands like that.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Small and big.
And one thing led to another, and Therese is with us here
Yep.
live on AdobeLive.com for the next 2 hours and the next 3 days, because one last thing, on AdobeLive.com there's a tab down there that says schedule, and you will see that tomorrow we will be back again with Kyle Webster working on other digital paintings using his brushes. There will be Susanne Helmich again, and Sebastian Hu, who just left the studio, and Therese Larsson again. So basically the schedule is the same over the 3 days, but we will have a progression. We will see work progressing. Are you going to be working on one piece of work or different pieces of work?
Different.
Or maybe, okay, so maybe one that you start today, maybe
Yeah.
finish half tomorrow, and
We'll
who knows?
see.
We'll
Who
see.
knows?
We'll see. All right.
See where it takes me.
Okay, can you just move your head just a little bit
To what direction?
to show the little fox there?
Oh.
Hello. Yeah, it's so cute, so cute. Wow,
There it is.
I love this character. So cute.
Thank you.
And beautiful light. All right, Therese, I'm going to move over to your computer here. And we have also, let me see if that's a pretty good view. No, I'm going to change that very slightly, but you can start already talking about what you're going to be working on.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna start entirely from scratch, just so you guys can see my process from start to finish, pretty much. So, of course, I start with a blank canvas and a new layer. This is my rough sketch layer. That it's not that important how it looks in the beginning. And I'm a PC person, so you guys are gonna have to take some mistakes I'm gonna make because I don't do Macs.
Do you ever sketch on paper before you start, or do you go directly to?
No, I never start on paper. I do draw on paper just for fun. But when I work, it's always start doing the rough sketching digitally because I think that's much easier.
Magnus Fagerholm says, "Say hi to Therese from Sweden."
Yay!
How many Swedes do we have in the room today?
Go Sweden! Whoop, whoop.
No, I was lucky enough to grow up in a part of Switzerland where there was actually the first IKEA out of Sweden ever built.
Whoops.
And that meant in the beginning IKEA would send a lot of Swedes,
Yeah?
like with their IKEAs, because they didn't trust the local population, I guess.
What?
No,
Stupid.
so suddenly there was a lot of Swedish people all around me, and so I had a lot of Swedish friends.
I'm really sorry. To
Yes, no, I thought it was okay. From Atlanta, Finland, US, Sweden.
Awesome.
Agneta Sundgren.
That's my
Love
mom.
from mom, she says. Yes. Hi, Agneta.
So yeah, I'm starting with this rough sketch, just trying to find some shapes that I like. And I'm going to be drawing a horse because I love horses and I am very comfortable doing horses. So
Yeah, Kyle says, horse? It looks like a horse. Yes. Are you using Kyle's brushes right now?
not right now
Not
because
right now.
no, but when I'm at home working, I always use Kyle's brushes. So whenever I have a lecture or something, I tend to advertise his brushes.
There you go. All right, and this, of course, is the night shift. Yes, because in Paris, local time is 10 p.m. and we're going to be streaming until midnight. And this is why this is called the night shift. And we do the night shift so that you friends from other parts of the world, like in America, can watch the stream at some, like, good hour, I guess. Yeah, it must be like what, like 2 p.m. No, 1 p.m. in California right now. Oh, Kyle sends you a smiley and says, "So kind."
Oh. Well, I'll be needing some questions. So if people have questions, just
Oh, they
shoot
will
them to
come.
me.
Don't worry.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So then I'm just gonna keep drawing and do my thing.
How did you? I mean, you said you've been drawing for the longest of times, and you love to draw animals. But I guess also in this case, do you like draw from observation, or in this case you draw from memory alone?
Yeah.
Yeah. But how did it start? Did you like look at animals? Did you look at animals frequently to get like inspiration and like shapes?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've always been interested in animals, and I think that it's much easier to draw something that you're interested in. So I encourage people to draw what they like, because usually when they draw stuff that they like, it has another kind of quality to it. Much more than if you were to draw stuff that you were not interested in. Just what if it's like something you imagine other people want to see.
And Caleb is asking, how much time per day do you practice when you're not working on paid projects? Like, do you have like side projects or?
I used to have, but nowadays I'm mostly spending time with family and friends and stuff. I think I should be practicing more, but I don't.
And Elizabeth is asking, do you deal with a lot of prejudice being a woman in the industry, especially in big companies?
No, none at all.
Oh.
So I guess I've been lucky, but I haven't noticed a difference whatsoever.
Well, Pearl, I think right now she's just using regular Photoshop brushes.
This is a sketch brush that I found somewhere. It has a really nice texture to it. But I can't really sketch with any kind of brush. It doesn't really matter. I think I chose this one because it was easiest for me to just pick. And brushes are nice, especially Kyle's brushes, but but it's really important to know that the brush does not make the man or woman. You still need to know the traditional art things, and I started off as a traditional artist that ventured into digital because it was easier when you were doing work. With all the changes that clients tend to want to have done.
Jonathan is like, can you draw with the mouse at all? And
well, yeah, I can, but it's gonna look terrible.
Yeah, and it's just more difficult. But I've seen people do incredible things with the mouse. That's for sure. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And Joshua, to follow up on giveaway questions, please ask Michael Shays. M Shays on Twitter. And Eric is asking, did you attend any particular art schools or, any memorable learnings?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I did not. I'm all self-taught, and I think art schools are great. I just didn't have any interesting art schools nearby, so I had to learn by myself. Mm-hmm. And that works too. But art school is nice. So I'm not bashing it or anything. It's just
I always say
whatever works
about art schools or design schools is the cool thing about them is that you get to spend your time with a lot of people that are like same-minded, that like the same things as you do. And hopefully the school also provides some good teachers, which is not always the case, but hopefully a school will provide good teachers. And teachers that will help many people to find their path, because that's basically what a teacher has to do in an art school, is to get out the essence of their students and get them going.
Definitely. I'm doing this German Shepherd thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying my brains, trying to understand.
So you don't rotate the canvas?
No, I rotate my head because it's rotatable.
Yeah, J1, she's drawing without any reference at all.
Yep.
There is not a big horse picture right there.
No, just kidding. And sometimes when I want to make sure that I like the sketch, I flip the canvas.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, just to get a new angle. And if you're drawing with a pen and paper, you can go to your bathroom or wherever you have a mirror, and you can look at the painting or drawing in the mirror, because then you can get a fresh look at it.
And one thing I always did at painting school is to always walk back from the canvas.
Yeah.
So we can do that now digitally, just zooming in and out.
Yep.
Doreen is asking, do you rotate the canvas on occasion while painting?
Nope.
Never?
Nope. I rotate my head, like I said.
Okay. But even like for the brush strokes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I never rotate. I'm quite simple because this is everything I use. I use the toolbar and like the layers.
Okay.
I prefer to go simple when I work.
That's right. Count 0 for those of you who want to rotate the artboard. It's just press R and rotate. Ricky doesn't believe us. I bet there's a horse in the studio.
Yeah, we have a live horse here.
With the hair blowing in the wind.
Yes.
And the air conditioning. That's right. We need air conditioning in Paris. Even at this late
Oh,
hour.
yes.
Ooh, outside it's hot.
Yeah, and I'm northern Swede, so it's really hard for me. It was a big transition.
Oh, and Nate is talking about, his phobia.
Oh, horses?
He's got a horse phobia. Yeah.
Why?
Can be. Maybe he was hurt. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like people who
Yeah, they're big
who are
animals,
afraid
Yeah.
of dogs
Or spiders.
Spiders.
Yeah.
The smaller they get, the less I understand it.
Yeah.
Especially here. I mean, maybe if I grew up in Asia, and I would be scared of spiders too.
Yeah. Or Australia, like
Yeah. Oh,
spiders and snakes and stuff.
No snakes in Australia, right? Oh no, that's Ireland. No, where there's an island with no snakes. Australia has no snakes.
Australia has plenty of snakes.
Okay, so it's Ireland that doesn't.
Isn't it
have
New
snakes.
Zealand? Or Antarctica? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Antarctica doesn't have animals. Well, very few.
Well, they have penguins
They have, yes.
and leopard seals and orcas. And, yeah.
Nate says, I'm not sure, they just scare me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my Turkish friends from Istanbul.
Right.
So Tim is asking, how many times did you actually draw a horse before?
Oh, many. My mom can attest to that. I think I've drawn horses like billions of times.
Oh,
No joke.
flipping the canvas. Yeah, could be a shortcut, I guess. Yeah,
Is there?
there could be.
Yeah. I'm terrible with using shortcuts.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure you can set a shortcut to do that because you use the menu command, right, to flip it.
No, I
No?
went to image.
Yeah.
Image rotation.
Yeah. And basically whatever is in these menus, you can assign a shortcut.
Oh, that's cool. You're gonna have to show me later when I'm not teaching people stuff about Photoshop here. So I have the sketch here. Now I pull down the opacity, so it's a bit see-through. And I made a new layer that I put underneath, and I am going to take the lasso tool, and I am going to start to capture the shape of the horse. Or just roughly, because I'm going to go over this a few times and change things.
Yeah. Wolf on the Loose says, I feel like I have to go outside and draw everything now. But I live in Florida and there's a lot of huge spiders and snakes outside.
Well, draw them.
Yeah.
Do
Draw
like
the snake.
Yeah, draw the snake.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, right, Adam. Adam says, love how fast Therese works.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Ryan is asking, ever able to get this quality and use an ease of use using an Intuos, or did you go straight with the Cintiq?
Cintiq. It's
straight.
Yeah, it's
as soon as it came out, first Cintiq that came out.
Yeah, I was pretty early in that department when they were. I bought it when they still were really, really, really expensive. I can't remember what it was, but it was a lot, and I invested in it. And my first Cintiq was definitely worth it because I used it for like 4 years or something, and so I really got my money's worth.
And Lunar Quill says, I love drawing horses, but this quick sketch makes me feel inadequate.
Oh no, don't.
I should practice more. Practice is never wrong.
No, practice is, yeah. You should probably have an unhealthy obsession with horses and do a lot of practice, but that's what gets the job done.
So Wendell Rodriguez Pereira says, hi guys, I'm about to start digital art and I want to know what kind of tablet is good for that. I mean, to beginners. Get any tablet.
Intuos, I think.
Yeah, get an Intuos, or I've seen many people actually even work with a bamboo.
Yeah. Yep, that works.
And then just take it from there.
Yeah, whatever is affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now I have this fill layer, which is basically just a silhouette of the horse, and then I have created a new layer, and I have sort of married it to the fill layer, and I do that by holding the Alt key and clicking in between, because now you can see when I'm drawing like that, it falls outside the pixels that I want to, and if I press Alt and click in between, it sort of sticks to the pixels underneath, and I use this all the time. And you can also lock transparency, but then you're drawing right on the painting itself, but sometimes it's nice to keep them separate, put in a separate layer, so you can go in and change whatever you want.
Yeah, Caleb, that's also a good idea. An iPad with AstroPad Studio.
Yep.
Have you tried those? Have you tried that?
Yeah, but I'm so spoiled with my big computer and my Cintiq, so I don't really like to use, and I have a companion as well, so.
No, but I gotta say, AstroPad is pretty awesome. But you need an iPad Pro for that.
Yeah, it's basically, I mean, if you can't afford any digital things, you can still draw on paper, because the skills that you acquire will be of great use when you actually do afford any kind of technical gadgets. So just keep practicing. Is it starting to look like a horse?
It's starting to look more and more like a rabbit.
Oh, it does.
No,
It does that, right? More questions, people.
Yeah, they will come. Don't worry.
Okay.
You
good.
go ahead.
I'm gonna do my thing then.
Yep.
But I feel like I have to talk.
No, not necessarily. There's music in the background.
Oh, good, good. You guys can listen to that then.
Mm-hmm. And Diego says the shadows are amazing. You're so fast, Maria. Iron.
Thank you.
So, how did you decide where the light comes from?
I've been pretty bad at this, but I have made it a point myself to try to be more consistent with lighting. And I really just choose the direction based on what I think will make some interesting shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to stick with that. I'm not perfect in that sense. I do tend to be a bit inconsistent sometimes, but I'm working on it.
And BitLab Media is asking my ongoing question. because I've seen that question before, so sorry if I haven't addressed it before, but asking you, what do you feel is missing away from your PC?
I don't know, I just think it's just, I've tried Macs, I just never liked them. I'm sure people are gonna hate me now, but I never liked them. And I feel like a PC is, I'm gonna start a war now, aren't I?
I don't think so.
But yeah, I think that PCs are much nicer in the sense that they tend to do the job that you want without making a fuss. And I like pretty much, let me see if I can do this, yeah. Also, this is a useful hint for people. Keep a smaller window. Oh yeah, this is what works on PC and not on a Mac. I can have this small one stick on top.
Oh, it sticks there?
Yeah, it sticks there if I have this one. So.
Oh, and it doesn't stay there while you're working on it.
Huh? No.
But you have the what is it called? The panel, right?
Yeah, the navigator, I think it's called. Yeah, but I never really use that.
No, Dorina said, did you use a paint bucket to color the base selection, or was it just the fill selection? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I filled this paint bucket. Now I'm going over it with a soft light layer, just to get some more saturation and a bit more oomph in the colors. And I'm always using the same locking onto the fill layer.
Mm-hmm. And now everybody's having their solutions on seeing other windows as well. You could have two windows next to each other and have one smaller.
Yeah, that I could as well.
Well, that's the thing. There's so many ways to do things.
Yeah. It's really up to what you personally like, and you should never listen to anyone who says that what you like is wrong. Unless it's illegal. But just do whatever you like. If you like Macs, then work on a Mac. If you like PCs, work on a PC. And I've had that so many times where people try to force me to work on a Mac, and I'm like, I don't like Macs at all. And yeah.
All right, Tim, go do your homework. But this is so nice to watch. I know. Do your homework watching it.
Yeah, be cool, stay in school.
Noise. Can you hear that hissing noise?
Yeah? What is that?
I don't know. Is it a mouse?
Hope not.
Wolf on the Loose says, school is good. Took me 7 years to finish college, but I did it. The struggle is real.
Awesome.
Good for you. there any artists that inspire you?
Yeah, but I like my artists, like I like my music. I don't really stick to one particular. I like different paintings and particular works that people have done. And I think, yeah, but I do like classical wildlife art and such. Anders Zorn is a Swedish artist, and I think he's really amazing. And if you don't know about him, you should definitely look him up.
Moheyo, to answer your question, she's not using a reference photo. This is entirely out of Therese's head.
Yep.
That's right, Nate. It looks like almost like she's sculpting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a great point there, because I try to think like I am sculpting. I am trying to, when I draw, I try to follow the shapes, and I imagine like I am almost 3D sculpting when I paint. If I don't know if it makes sense, but it's kind of what I do, like that.
Oh, so Cassandra is saying, just want to say hi. Therese is an amazing, lovely friend. Love from Sasha, Yanni, and Magnus from Sweden.
Yay! Hi guys.
Do you always use Photoshop, or would you use things in Illustrator as well?
No, never Illustrator.
Never Illustrator.
No, I just paint like this. But I do use Illustrator when I do logotypes and such, but I don't do it on a regular basis. So it's kind of something that I can do it, but I tend to not.
And Paula is asking, does your technique differ if you're doing something more like cartoonish, like maybe the fox that was in the background, or rather than something that is based on actual anatomy?
Yeah, it tends to differ. It differs between clients and subjects and everything. So I try to kind of I changed my style and technique.
Do you ever use a pressure sensitivity?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So Bitlab Media said, I usually edit models, touch up hair, so I appreciate the detail to body, but looking forward to how you do the hair, or in your case, the mane.
Yes, the mane.
Mariah is asking, do you ever use 3D software for your concept art?
No.
No.
Just pushing the contrast a bit. Not too much. That's the thing. I can go back and forth if I don't like it.
Ah, yeah, no Command Z in real life.
Well, actually, when I draw on paper, I sometimes I try to undo it on the table. I'm like, damn it, that's not how it works.
Joshua is asking, if a client didn't like the pose or look of the horse, would you start over with a new pose or try to modify what you have?
It really depends. If there's something that I really like, I try to salvage it, and then I just remove the rest. It depends, but sometimes you just can't save it. Sometimes you have to start from scratch because it's really stupid hair. Like this main part that I didn't like, I felt that it really wasn't working, so I'm just gonna start over.
Yeah, I guess you could use things like Puppet, Warp, and things like that to
Yeah.
adjust,
But I mean, that's for like small adjustments only. Sometimes if it just doesn't work, it's better to just start over.
Did you just draw the tail with a selection tool? The mane, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this is just the base. I will be going over it and erasing and drawing new strands of mane as well. This is just to get I'm trying to work in shapes.
No, Maxwell, she did not trace the image, then paint. She just painted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to watch the replay later on, it will be available here on adobelive.com and also on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel, which, of course, I invite everybody here on the stream to subscribe to, because that's the best way to know when we are actually live. You would get an alert and know that some cool stuff is happening here. Have you ever had issues with color consistency between your Cintiq and PC? If so, how have you calibrated in the past?
Can you take that again?
Yep. Did you do color calibration on your monitors? Or?
No, I should.
That's same. That's my same answer. Yeah.
Yep.
I had my graphic designer for the longest. I never calibrated my monitor.
No, it should be done, but yeah, no. How do I change the pressure sensitivity? Mac person, help.
Pardon?
I need to change the firmness.
Okay,
Sorry.
so...
is it up here?
in the brushes? Is it in the preferences?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Still there.
Awesome. Okay, happy now.
What did I do, Count Zero? I don't... It says Rufus, how dare you? What did I do? Did I do something?
Wait.
I said, how dare you, Rufus? What did I do?
I don't know. I was busy drawing.
Amy, yes, we're working in Photoshop CC. Ah, for the calibration thing. Okay, yeah. So the brush she's using right now is a brush that you've downloaded from somewhere. You can't remember
this
where.
is just a regular soft one. But I tend to use, I mean, these are the few ones I mostly use, plus Kyle's brushes, which are more like presets. But yeah, these are the regular brushes that I use. This is an old textured one that I found online. I can't remember where. But I have been using it for my entire career. So whoever made this one, thank you very, very much, because it's a great brush. Pull down the opacity a bit more. I mean, the further I get on the painting, the less I need the sketch layer. So I tend to just in the beginning it's really apparent, and then as I go along I tend to pull it down more and more, so it's just barely visible. So
Lucy D is asking, do you have any tips on how to figure out how to place lights and shadows? I guess that's a lot of practice, right?
Oh yeah, lots and lots of practice, and stay consistent. Because people can usually tell when the lighting is all over the place and you're not really knowing what you're doing. So pick 1 or 2 light sources and never make them the same strength, and then stick to that.
I see that you're staying with the 100% in glow and opacity. Do you ever switch that?
Yeah, I do.
Or change blend modes?
Yes, I do that as well. It really is. The further I get, and the closer I get to finishing, the more tinkering I do, and the more fiddling with layers and layer styles. And I mean, this is still just the basic work. When I start doing the real details, that's when I go in and pick and choose.
Morirol, ça se peut que le menu soit en français parce que c'est l'ordi de Michael Chaise. Et on stream live de Paris. We can do that now because it's the night shift.
What? Oops.
Janet's saying, what are you going to do with the second hour? You're so fast.
Thank you.
We haven't even finished the first hour.
No, but I will get to detailing and working the small details and just get this where I want it to be.
Well, Therese says, she's spoiled because she always works with a Cintiq. So the question is, have you ever worked on an iPad Pro? Like maybe using Kyle's brushes on Adobe Photoshop Sketch,
No.
No?
No.
No, because she has a Cintiq.
Yeah. Sorry. I am a simple girl. I use Photoshop and I use my Cintiq and I use my brushes and that's it.
So I'm just gonna move over to my screen very quickly because I just wanna show very quickly. Is it blocked now? Yes. Basically down here, there's a tab for the Munch contest, okay? And that's to get more information, just click on the button here, enter the contest, and you will be taken to this page here, the Hidden Treasures of Creativity. And basically, and many of you have asked in the chat, but Kyle Webster, what's Kyle's brushes? Well, Kyle Webster is one of the master makers of Photoshop brushes. And in this case, for this competition that we have running right now, in which I invite all of you to participate in, we have asked Kyle to, Kyle has been asked to recreate the brushes that Edvard Munch used to paint his paintings with. So basically these brushes can now be downloaded here for free. Okay, so download Kyle's brushes and open them in Photoshop CC or Adobe Photoshop Sketch. And then you ask to be paint like a master and create your own masterpiece. But basically on this page you see that there is a whole bunch of information, of tutorials on how to install the brushes and how to use the brushes. And these have been made by Kyle, the master himself, like all of these paintings here and the tutorials. And basically what we want you to do is to create your own version of the screen using those brushes. And there are some really, really cool prizes here, people, because the winner will receive a grand prize of 6,000 euros, a 1-year subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud, 100 Adobe stock images, win a trip fully paid by Adobe to Adobe Max, including the ticket in Las Vegas, which will be held in October. And Adobe Max is really like one of the biggest creativity conferences around. Last year in San Diego, we had about over 13,000 creatives all in one place. It was super awesome. And last but not least, all expenses paid for a trip to Oslo to see the winning masterpiece, potentially your masterpiece, displayed in the Edvard Munch Museum in Oslo. All right, and the winner will be announced on July the 28th. And basically, Therese here is also on the jury. So, yes. So she will be keeping an eye on what's coming in as well. All right. So Kyle will be in the jury, Suzanne Helmich, and Sebastian Hu. All right. So this is where it all happens. Remember, on AdobeLive.com, on the Munch contest tab here, get all the information and participate. Back to you.
I think I'm gonna start working a bit on the background here.
Wow, creative agency, that's super cool. But by the way, at Rufus, after the Adobe XD streams, I started my own YouTube series on XD UI daily. Well, good for you. Surely come and check it out. Oh, Kyle is still here.
Hi, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle is watching the stream. He can't sleep, Kyle?
No.
You can find Michael Shez on Facebook as well. Try that. I don't know, Joshua. Diego says, Therese can make a dozen amazing streaming paintings for the contest in 2 hours. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Kyle loves your rendering skills and lightning. Lightning is totally believable.
Thanks. Getting all embarrassed here. No, but I'm really grateful for all the nice comments.
Oh, and Kyle says, I can't sleep because it's too much fun to watch Therese paint.
Oh, thank you, and sorry.
Have you ever met Kyle before?
No.
No?
This is the first time.
So now you know the man behind the brushes.
Yes! The amazing man behind the brushes. Super nice guy.
Maria asking, do you mainly paint animals? And yes,
Yeah.
we spoke about that at the very beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
Like when she was a little kid, people would tell her, quit drawing animals, you'll never make a living out of that.
Yeah.
And look at Therese now.
Yes, here I am drawing animals all the time. But yeah, I do draw the occasional lawnmower and
Lawnmower?
Yeah,
And
washing
washing
machine.
machine.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a part of being a professional. You sometimes
Oh.
have to draw stuff that you don't really want to draw.
So can you draw me a monkey, a horse,
Yes,
a cat, and
yes,
a lawnmower, and a washing
lawnmower
machine?
and some hamburgers and pretty much anything. I do a lot of advertising, so it basically it's part of the job to draw stuff that I don't usually want to draw.
Lucy Diaz, this probably asked a lot, but how did you get over your dislike over your own art? I feel discouraged over my art frequently, and I want to get over it and enjoy my own art again. It's a long contorted question, but I think maybe sometimes it's about the frustration of not getting exactly what you want.
Yeah,
maybe?
and I think that some frustration is actually healthy. You should never hate what you do. You should still love drawing, but I think striving to get better is always good, pretty much. But it's about having a balance and, not letting you should want to get better. Or if you're happy where you are, you can stay there. But most people want to get better. So I think that not being entirely happy, I don't think you never grow out of that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's super hard to be critical about your own. I mean, not critical, like it's, how can I say? Yeah, like it's super hard to be super happy about your own art.
Yeah, and you should really never be. But study the people that you like, try to learn from them, and because it's always fun to get better and look back at what you used to do and be like, wow, I'm so much better now. Because you don't really see that until afterwards.
Somebody's asking about the size of your canvas. I think it's 7,000 pixels. That's 72 dpi.
Yep.
No,
it's 300.
Yeah, 300.
Always do 300. Because you never know when someone wants something printed. And I like to work really large.
And the file size right now is 400 megs, more or less.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, 88 Stefan. I think if you just dropped in, it's gonna be worth it watching the replay, because this all started from a blank canvas with no see, now words are failing me.
I'm tired.
with no reference. Yeah, that's right, Helen. The more you look at your work, the more you hate it. Well, I don't think hate is the it's super hard to be satisfied. It's like hard to find the moment when to stop, and especially when you do things for yourself. When you do things for clients, there's a hard stop. There's maybe a thing to do also with budget. There's so many different things that actually tell you, okay, now's the end. No more.
Yep.
So this is why typically things like a logo for myself or things like that, I typically ask other people to do that.
Yeah,
because I could spend just weeks on tweaking and doing things and not being happy about it.
Yeah.
When I see it printed afterwards. So things for myself, I ask other people to do.
Same here.
Chief says, honestly, Therese is a magician.
Oh, thank you.
We have a special word for that, like Adobe Cadabra.
What he said.
Well, yeah. I know you'll never repeat that.
No. I'm not.
Oh, just once, come on.
No. It was catchy though.
Oh, good night, Kyle.
Good night, Kyle.
Yeah, see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. sharp Paris time. What do I specialize in? Everything. No, I'm a graphic designer. Actually, I graduated in communication design quite a long time ago now. I was a graphic designer. I had my graphic design company out of Florence in Italy. That's where I still live. And now I specialize in talking with you guys and having great guests like Therese, share her skills and workflows. Many things, many things. So I guess right now this is a Mac Pro that's running in the background. I think so, right?
I don't know.
We don't know. It's just attached to the Cintiq.
Yep. Haven't really checked.
Do you mainly use the smudge tool to blend your paints?
No.
No. No.
Nope.
No.
I'm a no sayer.
No grain franks.
No.
No smudge tool.
No clue what I'm doing.
Oh, Darana says, "Oh wow, I wasn't expected to see stream with you, Therese. I'm a big fan of you."
Oh, hi. And thanks.
Oh, Adobe Creative Cloud is listening in. Yes, it's a Mac Pro. That's Michael. He's probably sitting somewhere else and
Yeah.
doing some other stuff and listening in. Yeah, there are some amazing skills right there. Do you draw people too, or just animals?
I draw people sometimes when I have to.
When you have to, right?
Yeah, when people pay me to. True story.
Well, Adam Fox thought she used the smudge tool on Kenny the koala for sure. What's Kenny the koala?
It's a character that
Uh-huh.
I've been working on. I didn't come up with him, but I've been working.
And do you use the smudge tool?
No.
No, no smudge tool
No.
on Kenny the koala.
No.
Yep, there you go. So Graham is continuing to ask, what do you use to blend the paints if not the smudge tool? Do you just sample lighter colors from
Yeah.
the image?
Yeah, I sit and press the Alt key all the time. Because I do still like a bit of texture. And I want to... I feel like smudging, it just gives it this plasticky feel. And I want to... I want the roughness of the brush to show through.
So Ryan is saying, do you usually work as like concept artist, or who are your typical clients?
I work mainly with advertising, but I do some concept art for like games and such, but mostly, and I've worked on some film too, but it's mostly advertising because that's where I started and that's kind of where I've stuck. Because I do get to do a lot of interesting work, and usually the projects are quick and fun, and it pays pretty well, so it makes a good living. So yeah, I like advertising to work in, at least.
So Angela is asking, do you ever change the opacity of the brushes or layers?
Yes, that I do. Finally, I can say yes on something. But yeah, I do that. Sometimes when I'm tweaking and working on the final layers, I change the opacity and flow and kind of experiment in what will work on a particular painting. And it's hard to say. I don't have any specific rules. I try out a lot of stuff, and I try to feel what works and what doesn't, because my brain usually sounds a little alarm that says, "Oh no, that sounds or looks stupid, so don't do that."
H2P2, thanks for swinging by, and no, there is no reference.
Nope.
Actually, let's make sure that they believe us. I mean,
Yeah.
you know. Wait. You just go here and here.
When I'm looking up at the
No reference anywhere to be seen.
No.
Just lights. Yeah.
Because of the lights, it's a bit hard to see the colors, so I'm actually looking at the screen over there just to make sure that the colors look okay.
Reflection.
Yeah, I have some reflection. It's a bit glary, but yeah, what are you gonna do?
Somebody says, rename the layers, please. No.
No.
Life is too short to name the layers.
But actually, when I work professionally, I do name the layers. If I have to give the file to some poor other artists, I organize. But this is just a sketch and it's simple and quick, so I don't have to, because I make my own rules.
Mel B is asking, what has been the most difficult animal or lawnmower that you've ever drawn?
Wow, that's a hard one. I don't think I can answer that. I mean, I've had a lot of difficult projects because it's been difficult time-wise, or it's been a lot of work to do and long hours and difficult clients and such, but I don't know what's been the hardest lawnmower to draw. I'm sorry. Because when I work, I can't always wait for inspiration to strike. I have to just do it. So I don't, when I work and draw my lawnmowers, I don't really think. I just do. So it does get easier that way, if you don't have to be inspired to do something. Gonna work a bit on the head now, I think.
Do you have an Instagram account?
Yes. Silly Beast Illustration, everything in one word.
Silly Beast Illustration, Evil
Yeah.
Stories.
I'm bad at updating, but I promise to get better if I get a lot of followers.
Yeah, the horse smiles.
Yeah.
Right? It looks like a little bit like it's smiling.
Yeah.
It looks like a happy horse.
It's a happy horse. It's just happy to be alive in this world.
Juan Pablo is asking, does the horse have a name?
Horsey.
Horsey. Okay.
Now that's super original right there.
I never said I was original.
Herr Malwolf, yes, the stream ends in exactly 60 minutes.
There's that squeaking again. It's so weird.
Have you ever had to make grotesque changes in the middle of the development of a project?
Oh, yes.
Oh, all the time. That's what.
Yeah.
That's the definition of the job, right?
Yeah. Yep. And sometimes I think it's for the worst, and I don't like having to do those changes, but in the end, you have to listen to the client, to what they want and what they feel is the right direction to take. And that can be difficult sometimes, because you kind of fall in love with a project and then in a kind of style, especially when you do concepts, and then you come up with many different styles, and then they don't choose the one that you want to do and the one that you think is the best. So yeah, it happens all the time.
Kim Lee says, I don't want this to end.
Oh.
Well, you can put the replay on a loop.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, Dorina, that's good. I'm happy that this inspires you. She says, I've got so inspired. I can't wait tomorrow to work on my character.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Justina says you should post this on Instagram when you finish it.
Yeah, I will. I have to now. I promised.
Oh, it's cat music time. So you should know that there's one specific piece of music that comes over, like in the streams, that has like cat sounds. Like, meow.
Should be horsey sounds.
Meow. Should be horses sound, yeah.
Let's fix it for tomorrow. No, I'm not gonna make a horse then.
Adam is saying, are there any clients that you would refuse to work for, like tobacco or something like that, or
yeah, technically, yeah. If I don't feel great about the client, I will refuse. Now, I haven't had to do that yet, but I think it's good to be able to stand for what you do. And I have yet to work for tobacco companies or similar, and so I haven't had to make that decision. But then, of course, if you're gonna go really deep, I mean, some companies do have questionable morals and such, but I can't kind of take that into account, because then I wouldn't be able to work at all.
yeah.
So
If you start looking
into it too much. But if it's a blatantly terrible customer, yeah, I will say no.
Infinitude says, are your clients referrals or do you find them on your own?
I tend to try to be as visible as possible. I use Behance a lot and try to showcase my work whenever possible, because I personally find that clients they want to come to you and not vice versa. But you should still contact people, but I mean, for me, I've gotten more work by just trying to be out there and having them choose me, and yeah. So be active and show what you do.
Yeah, I think sharing.
Yeah.
That's the solution for the times, for the current times, because art directors and customers will always be checking the internet and looking for imagery that inspires them, that they think fits their design goals, and you know, from one thing leads to another.
Yeah, so true.
Where else except Behance do you showcase your work at, Dorina?
I used to showcase at DeviantArt a while ago, but I found that it wasn't giving me as much work. It was mostly just for people to show what they were doing for other artists. And then I have my portfolio, and I used to have something called Cargo Collective.
Yeah.
That's those are the ones. But I think that the ones, I mean, the place that has given me the most to do work-wise is absolutely Behance. And it's great to have a portfolio there.
I put your Behance.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually looking at the recording now to see if I get the colors right.
Oh yeah.
Because of the glare.
Oh wow. There's so much glare.
Yeah, there's,
From
look, I mean,
the
if
back
you compare,
window and
yeah,
maybe from
yeah,
the green reflection from behind you.
yeah.
So basically, you're using it like a normal tablet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mark Garcia is asking, do you make your own brushes as well, or?
Well, I try sometimes if I have to do like crowds or foliage and stuff, and I need to, you know, get something out there really quick. But I'm no good at it, not at all, unfortunately.
Oh, I see Kenny the koala now.
Yeah. I've done a lot of toilet paper work.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, I'm not making that up. It's
Oh, with Kenny the koala? Is that
uh
toilet paper?
yeah, that's toilet paper.
Okay, because he's so soft.
Yeah, you can wipe with a koala.
Poor koalas.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's part of the job.
Don't use koalas as
No.
toilet paper.
Don't do it unless you're really, really rich and dumb.
No, even then, don't do it.
Don't do it. Just don't.
So JD Melville said, I'd love to hear some more about her training and background. Maybe that was covered earlier. But to do this from no reference, you've got to know a decent amount about structure and mechanics, right?
I guess, but I don't have any formal training other than interest in drawing and practicing and observing. I think you get quite far with that.
Yep, that is amazing. The people in the chat are just going, wow, that's amazing. It's crazy. Awesome. Yeah, they're just going, wow. Looks like a photo. People are so amazed that they even write in French.
I don't understand
Je
French.
suis hyper bluffé.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, maybe you can translate if it only if it's something nice.
No,
though.
it is something. It's like
Okay, good.
amazing.
Okay, good.
And Mel B said, just when I think you're done, you keep making it better and better.
Yeah, I mean, it's far from done to me, but it's like that when you're drawing something and you're like, make it.
And now, of course,
better,
people are starting to freak out.
Okay, sorry.
About, have you ever pressed Control S?
Oh yeah, of course, I do it all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Oh, okay.
It's in my muscle memory. It's
All
fine.
right.
I never trust. Yeah, I never trust computers.
So Therese is a saver because
I am a saver.
Yes, because we have so many guests that you don't always forget to save. Nothing happens, of course, but
well,
of course.
well, you have to save all the time. It's a pro tip there. Whoops.
Angela is asking, would you be able to get similar quality with a lesser Wacom tablet, like an Intuos?
Yeah, with a bit more time. I think that the Cintiq is really time saving.
Yeah, because you really know, like, because you're so much quicker at like defining exactly the area you're working on because you're actually looking at it. And
you don't have the same distance, brain, eyes, hand, screen.
Gabe Acosta says, thank you, Therese, for taking your time and sharing your work with us. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you. Warms my heart.
What project has taken you the longest, and how long did it take you to finish?
I've had long spanning projects like for like half a year, and then I have had personal paintings that I've done that I've been going on and off about for like 2 years or something, and they're still not done. Because I want to get it, just perfect. So I don't release many things, but I have a lot of stuff in progress. But I am so picky with the final stuff that I release.
Dorina says, I've been watching the real-time Fox sketch on Behance. Did it really take you 7 minutes and 19 seconds to do it?
What, the line art?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it says real time, then
yeah.
it is real time.
Yep. If Therese says it's real,
it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
And Dorina, about your 7-minute sketch, I'm officially amazed.
Oh, thank you.
Adam says, casually chatting while painting a perfect horse from memory. Totally ridiculous, speechless. Alan says, are all Swedish people just born talented? They said to say, yes, of course.
Ja, det är klart.
Oh, Gabe says, Therese, what are your frequently used shortcuts? Okay, now we know Command S.
Yes.
All right, that's very frequently used.
Yep. And Command Z And
Z.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's basically save and undo. That's it. And space.
Space bar to move things.
yep.
And also the color picker, right?
Yeah, color picker. It's Alt key. That's everything I use. And well, sometimes I use something else, but this is basically 95% of the time. This is what I use.
Pixel Push Media, she's not painting a photo, or she's not even looking at a photo to get it perfect. It's in her mind.
Yeah.
Okay, something in Swedish here, but former Beckman student says hello.
Oh, hi.
Petrini Art. Otroligt välbegavad.
Oh, tack så mycket.
Okay, whatever. Tack. Meine tack.
What did you say?
No?
No, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. Just kidding.
I don't know, Mark. Let's not ask about like Mark is asking how much would you sell a drawing like that, but I think that's not, that all depends on so many different things.
Yeah.
So this goes in the category it depends.
It depends. Yeah, but it really does depend. I mean,
yeah.
Some clients have more money than others, and if I have actually accepted jobs with quite bad pay just because I thought it was so much fun to draw. I do have like a standard tax that I use, but sometimes if a client comes and I feel like, okay, well, it's not what I usually take, but I think it could really be fun to do, then I can do it for cheaper.
So apparently somebody said I was speaking Danish, not Swedish before.
You were? No.
But you understood me, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so
The Scandinavian brethren understand each other, kind of, except
Yeah.
for the Danes and Swedes.
except for the Danish.
Yeah, Danish is just really weird. But I love Danish people, but the language is still out of this world. Let's do a flip again.
Do you have your own shop to sell your work as well?
No.
No.
I should get that, but I don't. I do have like Society 6, I think, where I sell some prints. But I haven't updated that in ages.
Oh, you just flipped it again.
Yep, just to get a fresh view.
And Thomas Jögren says, "Hey, Danish language isn't that bad. You just need a lifetime to learn it."
Yeah. It's cute though, with Danish. How many viewers are there?
Over 600, but
Huh?
I've never seen so many hearts in the chat.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm making 600 people look at a horse's thigh right now.
Well, Matua Sablan, the horse's name currently is Horsey. Horsey McHorsey.
McHorsey Pants. Horsey McHorsey Pants is his name. Or her name.
Chris Kramer, do you ever use the mixer brush to smoothen your strokes?
What's that?
The mixer brush?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a special brush that actually mixes paints on the canvas.
Oh, no.
Never used it?
No.
No. No, you see?
No.
That's
Oh.
an amazing answer. Mixer brush? What's that? No. No, Therese does not use the mixer brush.
I don't use a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I use the Alt key a lot. That's it.
Oh, Helen says the horse's name is Untitled Document.
No, it's called Sketch.
Oh, it's called Sketch now, okay.
Untitled Horse.
Diego says, everybody is like the Edvard Munch painting watching you. So do you do fantasy creatures like unicorns and dragons as well?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
That's fun.
I thought I saw some on your Behance. No? Could it be?
Yeah, maybe. I do a lot of stuff. But I love doing dragons and fantasy creatures. Especially if
But since when are unicorns fantasy creatures? I mean...
It's a secret.
What art school did you go to?
None.
None.
I'm such a boring...
Yeah, her answers are no.
Nope, none. Never. What's that?
Yeah, Andy says, I just wanted to have a quick look and now I've been staring at this for over 30 minutes, mesmerized and enchanted.
Oh, that's great to hear.
That's right, Wolf on the Loose. Unicorns are not fictional, they're just discreet. Yes.
Aren't they called narwhals?
No, that's the unicorns of the sea.
Yeah. Oh. Very important distinction.
Yes. ADA Stefano is also somebody who follows us a lot. He said, I have no idea why, but I just thought how this painting would look like with Rufus on the back of the horse. Can't unsee it.
That's for tomorrow.
That's for tomorrow. Adding Rufus on the horse.
Yes. Let's do that.
Good night, Elise from Sweden. We have 13 minutes to go. So those of you who say good night now, they're just chickening out.
Aww.
30 minutes to go.
Maybe they have work or school, or they're just bored and they hate horses. I don't know. There are plenty of reasons.
"30 more minutes." And Julia. Oh, Julia, who was on a stream with us a few weeks ago in German. Hey Therese, I'm admiring your work from years now, and it's so great to see you paint live now. It's like I always imagined.
Oh, thank you. People are so sweet.
Heart smiley face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heart smiley face back, except I can't do it
And
now.
Will Patterson in the house too. Will Patterson is a lettering artist who was on stream with us.
Awesome.
This is so great to see all you alumni streamers here in the chat.
Now we're into the detail phase.
Mm-hmm. And John Garrett says, beautiful work. Has been following your work for a long time. I love your foxes.
Oh, thank you.
Greetings from Qatar. Hey Qatar. Therese proves a good point. All the special tools and brushes in the world cannot make up for lots of practice and simple, pure talent. Use what works.
Yes.
From Mark Nickel. Very, very good point, Mark. Pixel Push Media says, is there anything you always have difficulty drawing or painting, and how do you overcome that? Except lawnmowers.
Except lawnmowers. Well, well, I don't like to do technical stuff, but sometimes you have to. At least if you're a freelancer and you need to stay afloat, then you have to do it. And I think my best advice is to just do it. You're not magically gonna get awesome at it or find it inspiring, but just do it. Look at references when you need to and do the work. Because if you're doing this professionally, it's like any regular job like that. It has to be done.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
And Angela asks, the first tablet or digital device you used to paint is...
Oh, that was the old, I think it was Wacom Graphire 2. It was one of the really, really early models. I think it was bluish. I can't remember, but it was one of the first ones.
Yeah, right, the bluish one.
Yeah.
And it had like a glass, like a plastic on it where you could actually put a sheet of paper under it.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that? Right?
yeah.
I used that one too.
Ages ago. And it really didn't have a lot of pressure sensitivity. Well, it had like, I can't remember, but it was not that good. And they were a bit twitchy. But yeah. They made work possible. I like doing little imperfections, like little warts and veins, because I think that it makes a drawing much more interesting, much more alive.
Yeah, Adam Fox, old school. I used to trace my drawings with Painter in that tablet. Yeah. Well, Mark, you could draw with the mouse like that, but it would take much more time.
Yeah, it would. Time that's better spent elsewhere, I think.
Christina said, what is the most fun part of drawing?
Detailing. I love it. I love just... I can sit for hours and just drawing tiny details and fur, and it's the best part. And that's why I rarely finish stuff, because I just can't stop.
I think the Graphire was my first tablet as well.
Yeah, those were the days. So this is like when I'm starting to experiment with opacity and such.
Well, Elise, best tip for someone with a lot of passion for drawing but doesn't really have much skill or money to buy expensive tools. You don't need the expensive tools. You know, drawing all starts with a pencil.
Yes.
And that's skills that you can develop with pencil and paper. And then use those skills, you know, once you step it up, and then maybe one day, you know, you'll get to buy the more expensive tools, and then apply whatever you've done with your pencil and paper in the digital world. I would definitely not say, you know, start drawing on the computer right away. I think pencil is still the basis. Do you still have the original sketch in the background?
Yes.
Can you show that a second? For those that just came in, what just came in the last hour or so?
Just gonna move it up here to group. So that's what I started with, and then it morphed into this.
That's right, Adam. Ballpoint art is also a very incredible form of art. Ballpoint pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good point, Paula. Is you made the mistake of getting a bigger tablet than you needed the first time, so you sold it because it was far too reach and you made your back and shoulder ache. This is why I always say, before you buy yourself an expensive piece of equipment, try it out. Use it in the real world. And make sure that you really need it and that it works for you. Kim says, were your parents supportive about you being an artist?
Oh yes, very much. Very, very much. They got me so much paper and pencils, and they've been nothing but supportive, which has been a great help. And they've always been very encouraging, and they've always believed in me.
Paula is asking, is your mom still watching now? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
No, maybe she's asleep.
Are any of your parents artists?
No, they're not. But we do have artists in the family, so to speak. Yeah. I think it's my granddad's brother was an artist.
Stephanie saying, amazing work. Do you name your layers?
Nah.
Nah.
Nah. If I have to.
No, it's all about the little details.
Yep.
That's right, Marcy. Marcy has her own horse, and depending on what the horse grooming looks like, they shine like copper pennies.
Yes.
A horse fit for Zorro. That's right. No, it's a horse fit for Rufus sitting on it and going, yeah!
Well spoken. Yeah, so now it's like 10 minutes left or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone has any more questions, they should probably shoot them now.
Yeah, because we're going to be live for another just over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oops. No worries. So while we're about to wrap up the first day of this incredible live stream on digital painting here on AdobeLive.com, remember that on AdobeLive.com there's a button down below on the right. I will get this wrong. Down there. that actually leads you to our contest. It says the Munch contest. Okay, and the Munch contest is a contest that we've launched that actually leverages some brushes that Kyle Webster guessed on this 3-day stream. He's actually going to be back with us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Parisian time. That is 7 a.m. Pacific time. Kyle Webster actually recreated the brushes that Edvard Munch used to paint his paintings, and these were provided by the Munch Museum in Oslo, so that he could really recreate some very lifelike brushes to be used with Photoshop or Photoshop Sketch on a tablet. Basically, what you need to do is to click on that button and come over here to the to the contest page where you can get the brushes. These brushes are free. So download them, use them, test them, do whatever. Try them out and see how fun it is to actually paint with brushes in Photoshop. There's actually a whole bunch of tutorials that Kyle prepared for us as well, like getting started with digital painting, paint a self-portrait in Photoshop CC, paint like a master in Photoshop, or give your artwork an antique look with Adobe Stock, for example. All these tutorials are there on the landing page. And what we ask you to do is to to paint your own version of the Scream. And because Edvard Munch actually painted 4 versions of the Scream, and now it's your turn to create the 5th version, using the brushes that Kyle prepared for us. And there's some really cool prizes there. The winner will get a bonanza of prizes, and it's so awesome. First of all, cash, 6,000 euros cash, 1-year subscription to Creative Cloud, 100 Adobe Stock images. There's even a ticket to Adobe Max, including flights and everything, and to come to Adobe Max, which is our creativity conference, which will be held in Las Vegas this year in October. So this is a really huge creativity conference in San Diego. Last year we had about 13,000 creatives from all over the world who joined us at Adobe Max. And last but not least is all expenses paid for a trip to Oslo to see the masterpiece you're creating there, hanging right there in the Munch Museum next to the original Scream. Okay, so I think that's really an incredible set of prizes there. It's well worth participating. So download the brushes, participate, make your version of the Scream, publish it, follow the rules. Everything is here on the landing page. So to get there, go to adobelive.com. Down below on the right is the button that says Munch Contest. Okay, so come here to participate. All right, so
I think I'm
what
done.
point are we at? No, now you need to go into even more details.
Oh no!
Because we have another 8 minutes together.
Oh crap!
You can do something in 8 minutes. Shadow on the ground, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'm gonna.
And there's 23 days left to enter the contest. That's right, Evil Therese. And Therese here will be in the jury. Hey, Donna Page is from Houston, Texas, and she says, this has been fun. So the timing was perfect. From Texas, yes. All 3 artists played in the background on my second screen while I attempted to work on the other. Cheers. Thanks for joining us, Donna. Do you have a go-to album you're listening to while you're working? No, you said you listen to all sorts of things, right?
Yeah. It depends. Sometimes I watch Netflix and draw, and sometimes I listen to music while I draw, and sometimes I don't do anything while I draw.
Yeah, just draw.
Just draw.
Just draw.
Yeah.
Adam Fox, I think painting a horse in your version of the Scream does not increase your chances of winning. No, I don't think so.
Yes, it does.
Yes. Oh, okay, I get it now because Therese is on the jury. All right.
Yeah.
Or maybe a space station. Well, it could be a Scream on the space station while there's a floating horse in space.
Yeah, space horse.
A space horse. That's right. Behance won't be a stranger anymore. No, Behance is so useful
Oh yes.
to get inspiration, to see other people, and in the same area. I frequently also look for, when I look for people we can host on the stream, for guests, I go to Behance and say, show me, like illustrators in Germany, for example, and and then contact people from there. That's right, Devon Marcel. In space, no one can hear your horse scream. I added that.
Wise words.
And of course, Therese will be back with us tomorrow, same time.
Yes.
For the night shift.
Hey,
Yes,
the night
From
shift.
10 p.m. to midnight. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
Now everything's gonna fall and I'm gonna destroy the studio. Anyway, tomorrow we'll be back with a whole bunch of streams again. We're gonna be back with Kyle Webster at 4 p.m. Central European Time. That is 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Then we're gonna have Suzanne Helmer continuing on her illustration. We're gonna be back with Sébastien Hu. Again, did you see? Now you didn't watch the streams today, but maybe tomorrow he takes these images and makes concept art. And of course, Therese for tomorrow's night shift. Because as we always say, the night shift is the best shift. Yes.
So
that's
true.
for sure.
So true.
And as you so nicely pointed out, in space, nobody can hear your horse scream.
That is so awesome.
No, Nate, no giveaways during these 3 days because there is this huge competition going on, and we really want everybody to focus on the competition, the Edvard Munch competition. Yes, Justina, that's a very good question. Can I get notifications somehow when we are live streaming? Yes, please subscribe to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. There's a button down below in Adobe Live, or if you're watching this on YouTube, on the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. And if you click on little bell, you can actually get alerts every time we are live. All right, so and that's a very good way to get notifications. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for swinging by. I think everybody had their mind blown by Therese today. What do you think, Michael? Yes.
Nobody saw my heart in the chat.
No, I didn't see your heart.
Oh.
No. Ah, yes, there were so many hearts. I started to ignore the hearts because otherwise,
Too many hearts.
yeah, so many hearts, so many hearts. All right, everybody. Ciao. Ciao, Adam. Ciao, Justina. Ciao, everybody. And
Bye.
we'll be back tomorrow with some more live streaming on digital painting and illustration. See you tomorrow.